Okay, so I don't know if anybody even will listen to this. Um, I guess I'll call it like a podcast, so maybe has a higher chance of anybody clicking on it. Um, Even though maybe it's kind of like a voice message, but I think maybe that's a little bit weird of a title. So I thought maybe just like a podcast. And yeah, I don't want to say um my name and how old I am and those kind of things yet. I mean, I can definitely say that I'm in my 20s, and and that's about it. And I feel like this is like a this is like a scary thing to do, to put yourself out like this. And that's why I feel like it's better just my voice to be exposed and not my face yet. But if I feel one day brave enough, I can I can do a video instead talking about this. But it's basically like I feel like this will be like a cry for help. Like I feel like I'm on kind of like I wouldn't say completely last straw, but it feels like I feel very like hopeless, and I don't know what much to do anymore. And I feel like if I can't really reach out people in my life, then why not just um, on the internet and whoever is wherever they are at. So that's why I hope somebody will listen to it or something like that. That can be good. But yeah, I mean the things that I struggle with is um well, I would say my whole life is probably like um not having any generally friendship, um and always feeling just loneliness, and always thinking that I was not good enough to be anybody's friend or to be good at school or other kind of skills. Like I just always had very low self-worth, and I guess also self-esteem. And I don't know why, like even since like literally I would say since kindergarten, like since the time you have to start making friends, it had never gotten well. And like now, as I said, I'm in my 20s, I still have the same problem of not having any friends, and now I'm at the point where it actually is like I can say yes, I do not have any friends. There's nobody I can really ask um, to hang out with or to do anything with. And that's like one thing that has just for my whole life, and that's what I'm struggling with. But then the thing that has made it even worse would be when last year when I lost my father, um very sudden, and like it's better to say what it was, because when I say sudden, it was like not because he had any sickness. It literally was kind of just like a flu, and it only was lasting one day, like that kind of thing. And he passed away. Um, in the hospital, and we were there as well, the rest of the family. And obviously when you experience death, then then obviously you change. And I feel like I'm trying to learn that what's the, not the good thing about it, but like what's the good thing about changing. Because there's a whole bunch of what's not good of like changing, and it has been like, it's been very, very hard. and like, to anybody who has not experienced that, like, death to their loved one, whoever it is, or even a pet, like whatever it is, like it's something you never get over. And that's why I still say, of course, I'm still grieving. Of course, it is still hard. And yeah, so I feel like when that happened, the friendship that I had, like, they all went very sour, like they went very bad. And I would say I lost them. Yes, it could also, I will not say it's just their fault, it can also be mine. It is probably also mine. But something I don't understand is like, okay, if you just experience grief, obviously you are really scared of other people leaving you, whether it's in this world or just stopping your friendship or relationship or whatever. Then it makes you a little bit more clingy. And when somebody tells you that you can always call them, you can always text them if you need anything or if you feel like it, so when you do it, then they leave. And I feel like, I'm left with many questions. Yet I feel like there's no point to talk to them again, finding out what I feel like. It's just, it will hurt again to hear that reason. And then I've also heard, like, it's actually like, it's not you, it's actually me, that kind of cliche sentence where it's like they're dealing with something. I'm not trying to be selfish, but then I'm thinking like I thought that we were close, and that you can also share me these kind of things. Like, I literally shared you this information or my thoughts. Then I feel like at least there's something you can do. But I guess you're not entitled to know anything about anyone. I think I just had a high expectation of the friendship going well. So yeah, and then I feel like, okay, after, like, since last year, I would definitely say that I have became completely friendless. And when I say I used to have friends, then I mean at least I have somebody to talk to. But still, I would still feel lonely, and I still wouldn't feel like it's a deep friendship. It was kind of like a casual friendship, which is obviously also okay, but I have never experienced like, a deeper friendship. And now that you obviously in your 20s and you're done with high school and sadly not university, but um like when you're at this age, you won't find so many people. I mean, it's gonna be hard to befriend them. That's what I mean. Um, so yeah, I mean that's what that really bothers me. Like I would say every day, and obviously what also bothers me is like the grief and I feel like even though it's very odd when people say that time will heal, I feel like it kinda does in a weird sense. Like I feel like time makes you forget. I wouldn't have said actually heals. Maybe time actually makes you forget because time just passed and is fading away, which is very scary because you don't want to forget that person, which is one of my parents. um and I have not talked about that for a while to anybody that I have met. So I just feel like it's very hard to navigate your life. I feel like the death kind of put me very out of track or something like that, if you can say it. I feel like it's very hard to explain. And even though I'm still like I guess managing a fine life right now, I feel like it's very easy to get very, very depressed very easily and get really hopeless. And if something small happens, I feel like it feels like everything will fall apart. I would say I feel very fragile or very. I have become weaker, even though I still also like that I have gotten stronger. But I just feel like with that like of feeling hopeless easily, I feel like that's like this thing I just said, like feeling fragile and weak of my mindset or whatever you can call it. So yeah, I think it's best to just end like this because nobody wants to listen to a very, very long video or podcast or because I call it like this. And also feel like it's best to put like time marks, if that's called like that, because that's one thing I hate on YouTube, on other YouTube videos, when they don't put like, okay, this is this moment when I talk about this, because then you're just waiting until you talk about it and then you can't find it, and then you stop watching it. And if anybody is actually listening to this, which I'll be very surprised with, I guess I have to put some hashtag to make it somewhere. But then I guess I'll say, not I guess, but I would say thank you, and I would like to continue this. Actually like talk about my experience the things I just talked about. So thank you so much. Like, it means a lot to me.